So today we're going to learn how to put the oil from here into here. So let's start by looking at the part underneath and understanding it. This one you're not going to touch. That is for the oil going to the boiler. This one is typically open. If it's closed, you have to open it. And then this release lever here, if you open that, it's going to send fuel into there. So I'm going to start by opening this up. Putting it in there. You can see that the tube is in there. And we just go here and we open. And now it's filling up. And you can just look there and you see the level. You can watch the level. I usually stop it around here. So now it's up to the line here, right here. So it's above the line, so I'm going to stop it. And now it's in the stop position. Yeah, you can see it's in the stop position. And now we're going to take it out. When we take it out, I'm just kind of trying not to spill any. It's going to be dripping. It's going to be dripping. And then get it to drip in this panel here. And you see I've moved the red pan underneath, and it's just dripping in the red pan just so it doesn't drip on the And you put the cap back on and you can see it's done. It's filled up. There you go. That's how you fill up the red tank. That's about 20 liters. Okay, now we have filled up our red tank and we are prepared to fill up the heater in the house. Okay, you can see what we have here. We have this pan, very important in case we spill stuff. We have the box with the pump, and we're going to bring all of this over to the heater to fill it up. And we're going to start with the pan. And we'll put the pan down first, and we'll bring everything else and put it down in the pan so we don't spill anything on the floor. First you put down this round thing. The oil is going to sit on top of this. So now I've positioned the oil on top of this, and notice that they're very close to each other, this, and this. And it's all opened up, and the box, if the pump is here next to it, and it's all over the pan, and I've opened up both things so that now I can put the pump in and start to pump. Okay, so now I put the pump in very carefully, just to make sure that you don't spill any kerosene anywhere, because there's often kerosene dripping out, so you got to make sure that it doesn't drip anywhere, and if anywhere it drips onto the pan. Once you've done that, you make sure that this is closed. Turn it to the right to close it. Later on you turn it to the left to open it and it'll stop flowing. Once it's closed, you give it a few pumps. And actually now, you can actually see the kerosene is flowing into here. And you can see that it's getting fuller and fuller and fuller. And as you're filling this up, make sure you don't knock this off. It's really, don't let anyone bump into it. When it gets up to full, it's going to beep. So now I've put the pan down, and next we're going to put everything on top of the pan. Okay, sometimes it stops flowing. Sometimes it stops flowing and you got to do it more. You don't want to overfill. It's beeping, so now we turn this. And once you open that up, the gas comes out and it's no longer filled. We want to take this out as carefully as we can. See how it's dripping? And we want to move it into here so it doesn't drip. And now the only drips that are going into this plastic thing. And we do the same thing up here. You hold it up like this and then slowly pull it out of the thing and out of the red thing and put it into this plastic case, and that way you don't spill any kerosene. And after you slowly pulled it out and stuck it in here, it'll look like that. And now you can put it back into your box. And you won't have spilled anything. And you put the caps back on and you're done. Okay, now we're in the kitchen and we're gonna fill up the one in the kitchen. This is more old-fashioned. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's not hard. So we start by opening everything up. And you put the pump into the red can and the hose into the heater like this. And just as before, you're gonna make sure that this is closed. Turn it all the way to the right. Yeah, all the way to the right. Okay, like that. Give it a few pumps. 1, 2, you start to see it flowing. 3, 4. And it fills up and starts flowing. And you just kind of look at it and you'll see. You can see the fluid going in there, yeah? So this one on the other side, you can see there's a gauge here, and it's slowly filling up. And as it fills up, you got to be careful because this one does not have any sort of beep at the end. When it gets to that line at the top, that black line, make sure you turn the cap to the left and open it up and stop it. So now we're watching it, it's getting pretty close, so I'm going to stop it here. Again, open this up, you'll hear the sound and the oil comes out. There's no longer a vacuum. And it's stopped just at full. And we're done. And like before, we want to get this in here without spilling any, so we're going to take it out really carefully. It's still dripping. And put it in here. And then we're going to pull this up to here, and I'm going to pull that other one out and not let it drip anywhere except for into this plastic. And you can see here how I've lifted it out and got it in here so I'm not spilling anything. And then stick it back in here, and voila. All you have to do now is put your caps on and you successfully, safely filled your kerosene heater. This kind of heater has a separate tank that comes out, and we go to this tank here and we open it up, and you very simply just grab this and pull, and it just comes out. So you bring the tank in here, and you'll notice that if you try to put it down this way, it doesn't stand up. That's because that's upside down. You turn it like this, and that's how it's going to be filled. And right here you have this handy fuel gauge that'll show you when you're full. And all you have to do is turn here. You should get gloves. And so all you need to do is turn that like that, put it down, and then you're just going to take this hose, put it in here, and fill it up. There you go. You have it like this. You just come over here, go like that, and that's showing you the level right there. And it's coming up fast. Yeah, I see how we're pretty much full. I'm going to stop there. And the next thing is to pull this out without dripping it. So you put this really close, and then you pull it out slowly and drip into here. And now I've taken it out, I'm stripping in the pan, and I've closed the top, and we're ready to put it back in the heater.